Merry Christmas, everybody. This is Daniel from Grizzly, Kiki, and today I am going to be making a flan. Flan is a traditional Puerto Rican / Hispanic dessert that I grew up having at every Christmas, and it's something that I haven't been able to indulge in since we started keto. And today the recipe I'm going to make is a recipe that was created by Swerve. So today I'm going to make this recipe for the first time, so you're going to see my very honest reaction to this, and then Robert and I are going to taste it and tell you what we think. And I have to introduce my very special Christmas guest, Divine herself, in this wonderful, hideous Christmas sweater. It lights up, it has tulle, it has glitter, she has backup dancers. It really is quite special. It's actually Robert's Christmas sweater, but I decided to borrow it for this video. And if you like this sweater, you can head over to Amazon and buy it by clicking on the link below. So the first step in this recipe is making the caramel sauce that's going to line the bottom of your flan mold. So our caramel is done. It's golden brown. It's like thick, just like if you were making a caramel with cane sugar. The next step is to pour it into the bottom of our flan mold. In preparing for this video, I was doing some research and I found that you can actually buy a flan mold. It's this cool little contraption, kind of like a metal lunchbox, and it just has these three little clips here that you pop off, and then bam, you can just make your flan in there. You don't have to worry about the foil that we'll talk about later, and it just keeps everything nice and tidy. I found this on Amazon. There are many options, believe it or not, but you can click on the link in the description box below to buy one of your very own. Now we're going to very carefully pour this very, very hot caramel into the bottom of our pan. And the caramel was always the thing that like scared me the most about making flan, because it can just go bad. You know, you can burn it. It's just not a lot of fun if that happens. There we go. Make sure you get a good, nice coat. And I'm actually going to pour some of this out because I don't want such a thick layer, so that if we have more custard mix than fits in this, I can use the leftover caramel and the overage of custard in a smaller mold. Now that that is nice and coated, let's give it a shake to make it even. Put our lid back on. It's really satisfying click. There we go. And then we're gonna throw it in the fridge until we're ready to pour the custard in. The next step is to make the condensed milk, and this is one of the challenges in terms of making this recipe keto, is that condensed milk is essentially heavy cream that has heavy cream or milk that has been boiled down and then sweetened with tons of sugar. And it was originally created as a ration for soldiers and things like that, because it will essentially last forever. But with just some heavy cream, butter, and powdered Swerve, and a little xanthan gum, you can make a condensed milk that tastes just like the, Carnation brand that we all know and love. Our condensed milk is ready. It's thick and creamy and has that kind of caramelly color that condensed milk is known for. And it took so long to make this that I decided to change my shirt. I'm now wearing this Sasha Velour Smoke and Mirrors t-shirt. We're going to mix together some eggs, confectioner's sugar, a bunch of other things, including some more cream, and we're going to make the custard that is going to become our flan. Now that our custard filling is ready, it's time to pour it into the chilled flan mold. Here you can see is the caramel. It's kind of more viscous. We're just gonna pour this in so it fills the mold. Actually, leave a little space just in case it rises. So now, we'll put the lid back on it. Down. So the last step is to put it in a 350-degree oven in a water bath or a bain-marie, baño Maria, for 45 minutes or until you use the toothpick test and it comes out clean. So my flans are in the oven for 1 hour and 20 minutes, and I actually ended up cooking them uncovered for the last 20 minutes. It's not something that I typically do, but I noticed that at about 45 minutes when I checked them the first time, they were still quite liquidy in the center, and I think that that has to do with the fact that I wasn't using actual sugar. So I put them back in for another 15, and then at 1 hour I uncovered both and let them cook for another 20 minutes. And they did get a little fluffy and kind of spilled over a little bit, but the tester came out clean, they're wobbly, and unlike the first ones I made, they don't appear to have scrambled. And I took a little taste off the tester and they taste pretty good. So I'm going to let them cool completely for a few hours, and then they're going to go in the refrigerator covered for at least 4 hours or overnight. Overnight is better, and actually the longer they're in the refrigerator, the better, because they will set up more and it will make for an easier turnout when it's time to eat them. So it's the next day and our flan is ready to unmold and, more importantly, taste. Before you flip it over, what you're going to do is take the lid off and then run a knife around the edge of it because it might stick. And this is very important because if you don't do that, the whole middle of your flan could technically just or actually just pop out. So you do that, you put serving dish, plate of your choice over it, and then flip it over and wobble the flan mold a little bit, and then bam, there is your flan. And then you just slice it and serve it. And now we're gonna taste it. It's so pretty. That's really good. I think I need some more help to test this because I need a second opinion. Hi.
Hello.
Oh, you brought a friend.
I did.
Oh, look at him.
Georgie looks great.
Do you want to try some?
I'd love to. The tiny spoon or fork.
Okay. It's my favorite dessert fork. Don't make fun of
the
me.
baby fork. Okay. It definitely has a pudding texture, not so much a flan texture.
It's like moussey.
It's not bad, but it's definitely, if you've ever had banana pudding specifically from Magnolia, it has a little bit of that texture.
Yeah.
But it's nice, and I'll have another piece.
There's a lot of air in it too, which I like. But it does taste like a flan, doesn't it?
It does. It's nicely whipped. It tastes almost like some of the sweetener caramelized on the bottom. The good flavor. I'm gonna have another. Taste.
It's very interesting the fact that it is like whipped, because I've never had a flan like that. Normally they're very dense and silky, but this is really good. It tastes like a flan.
It's nice. It's like,
yeah.
It's almost like there is candy on the bottom of the slice.
Yeah, but it has that flan
nice
flavor. It's like a whipped flan, like we said. And just a note, I realized that I should have cooked this uncovered for 25 minutes, and I think that that would have resulted in a little less of the caramelization.
Yes.
But the instructions were kind of backwards, so if you're gonna make it...
You start out cooking it for 25 minutes uncovered.
Yeah, and then put it on, let it cook for another 20, and then check it. And I have to say, I have my doubts about Swerve's recipe, because I don't know if they're Puerto Rican, or if they had somebody Puerto Rican, you know, put their input into this. But the texture's great, the flavor is amazing, and it looks like what it's supposed to look like, and it is very tasty.
Okay, bye.
So, please try this recipe. Let me know what you think. I think I'm gonna continue playing with this a little bit, maybe add some espresso to it to make a coffee flan at some point. Just to kind of see where I can take it and make it my own. But I did want to start with a recipe from a manufacturer that makes these sweeteners to see how it would work, and obviously it turned out great. So please try it, let me know what you think, and if you like this video, please share it with your friends and family, subscribe, and make sure that you hit the little notification bell so you don't miss any of our videos. So until next time, stay keto.